Hey yo, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to another flight on the channel tonight. We're going to be real quick flight going from Lexington to Columbus, Ohio tonight. So it should be a really chill and nice flight today. We're going to go ahead and get everything set up so we can get out of Dodge today. And let's rock and roll. All right, first and foremost, just get our lights all taken care of. Um, Everything's looking good up here so far. Let me make sure everything's off there. Seatbelt signs can come on, no smoking as armed. Lights can come up there. Let's get little lights here on our E-cam. The windshield can come on. And then get a little bit of brightness here. And we're good to go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start our boarding. Get that taken care of. And let's make sure that air traffic control can hear us. 128, 225. All right, and what are we doing? 128, 225. All right, so let's do a quick radio check. In the Indianapolis Center does a 922 radio check. Oh, I never moved it over. Gotta move it over. In Indy Center does a 922 radio check.
What better?
Okay. Okay, I need to be over the ground actually. 1219. And less than ground, Delta 922 radio check.
Station calling for radio check. Heat 5.
Okay, cool. All right, so I forgot to grab my iPad for a second. Let me grab my iPad. I'll be right back. Gotta grab my iPad. All right, got the iPad and just gotta grab a quick pen. So I don't know what I did with my iPad pen actually. I have an extra one in here, but I don't think I do. If not, that's okay. It's all good. It might be on the floor. Oh, it is. It's on the floor. All right, y'all. Let's get back in the cockpit. We'll get it popping. All right, so we're currently boarding right now. Let's go ahead and get our clearance here in just a second. Let me go to notes. grab the ATIS information for Lexington. Alright, so we have information Quebec today. 3007 on the altimeter. It looks like we're going to be runway 4. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and grab our clearance. And Lexington ground Delta 922 with Quebec requesting IFR clearance to John Glenn International is filed.
Delta 922, Lexington ground. Hello. You are cleared to the John Glenn Columbus International Airport, excuse me, via radar vectors MOOCs, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 19010 minutes after departure. Departures on 128.225, squawk 4223.
Alright, Delta 922 is cleared to the John Glenn International Airport via radar vectors MOOCs, and then 5,000, we'll expect 19010 minutes after departure. Departure will be on 128.225 and we'll spot forward 223 for Delta 922.
Delta 922, readback is correct. Push and start at your own discretion. Call me when ready for taxi. Expect runway 4.
Okay, we'll expect runway 4 and we'll call for taxi Delta 922. Alright, y'all.
Delta 922, information Quebec is now current altimeter 3007.
Okay, and we have Quebec on board, Delta 922. Alright, so we got our clearance. We're gonna go ahead and get everything entered in now. And then we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get out of Dodge here pretty soon. So we'll be Delta 922 today. And our cost index is going to be 6. Our flight level today is going to be 190. Let's grab the winds real quick. Do a quick wind request. We will squawk 4223. All right, so we're coming out of Lexington. We're departing runway 4. No SID on today. We're gonna go direct MOOCs, and then we'll come into Columbus. We're coming into Columbus on runway 10 right today. We'll do ILS 10 right. We are just going direct. So no star today. Let's 10 right, and we'll grab Vias in the air. So we're looking good. Cool. So we'll do radar vectors to MOOCs. Alright, so no problem. Alright, so our squawk today is going to be 4223. and boarding is now completed. So we'll send that over to the make-do. We'll go Atsu, AOC, receive messages, and we'll grab our load sheets. We'll accept the last one. Good to go. All right, y'all, we're pretty close to getting out of Dodge here. Let's send forward, drive. We'll do one. We'll do force toga, anti-ice will be off, packs will be on. We'll sync the final load sheet. We'll sync by weather. Calculate that up. We'll be down 0.2 today, and we'll send to the make do. So we're down 0.2. All right, and we are going to get ready to push and start, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our charts up though real quick. Navigraph. So we'll import this flight from SimBrief. Runway 4, we'll taxi via Alpha. All right, let's get ready to push and start, y'all. Push and start. Let's get a quick outside view. It's gonna be a nice little evening flight tonight. Go back in. All right, let's make sure everything's closed up and good with our doors. We got ground services, those can come left. Cargo doors, chocks and cones can come off. Parking brake is set. Fuel pumps can come on. APU is on. All right, let's get some lights going. We can go beacon, strobes, navs, strobes. All right, and we are pushing back, y'all. Let's do it. All right, let's connect the tug. We can release the parking brake. And we'll start pushing back, y'all. All right, we can stop our push back there, set the parking brake, and we'll start with the engine number 1 start. All right, y'all, so engine number 2 is starting up, y'all, and it's now available, so we can cut off the APU. The taxi lights, runway turn-off lights can come on, and we will get ready to taxi, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. And Lexington ground, Delta 922 with information Quebec, ready to taxi to runway 4.
Delta 922, thanks for Quebec, runway 4, taxi via Alpha.
All right, runway 4 via Alpha, Delta 922. All right, y'all, let's get ready to taxi. I've been getting a lot better at saying, yo, I'm ready to taxi, I'm ready to go. So not sitting here for a while after I call for clearance. I used to have a kind of an issue with doing that before, but JFK will get you together. I'll be like, bruh, you gonna move or nah? So we'll go ahead and go parking brake off, so lever normal, and we'll get ready to start taxiing, y'all. Let's do it. I looked away for a quick second, y'all. Almost grimed up. All right. Nice little taxi today, not too bad.
Delta 922, contact external 128.225, have a safe flight, bye-bye.
Okay, over to 128.225. Thanks, have a great day, 922. All right, y'all, we are just about ready to take off. We
Niner
are...
Whiskey Papa, the winds are 0, Niner 0 at 4, runway 12, clear to land.
Clear to land, 12, non-stop.
We are headed on down to Alpha 1, and we'll get ready to take off. All right, takeoff lights can come on. And in the center, Delta 922 is taxiway Alpha, holding short of runway 4, ready to go.
That's 922 Indy Center, the winds are 1103. Fly runway heading runway 4, clear for takeoff.
Okay, flight runway heading clear for takeoff, Delta 922. Alright, so we'll fly runway heading, and we will get out of Dodge today, ladies and gents. Let's do it. All right, y'all, we are lined up and ready to get out of Dodge. And let's go ahead and take off. Should be a nice flight. All right, y'all, let's do it. All right, SRS auto thrust blue. It's 80 knots. 100 knots, cross check. There's V1, we'll rotate. And positive rate. Gear up.
Alaska 268, squawk mode Charlie, and 6726.
6726 and squawk mode Charlie, Alaska 268.
And Indianapolis Center, Delta 922, 1,104, 5,000.
Delta 922, altitude differs by more than 300 feet. Lexington altimeter 3007, you are radar contact.
All right, so let's go climb with our levers here.
Remember 9 Whiskey Papa, where are you parking today?
Go ahead, the South G, South Summit.
Really nice departure, y'all.
9 Whiskey Papa, taxi broken by Bravo Mike, have a good day.
Bravo Mike, South Summit.
That's 922, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb maintain 190, Delta 922. All right, y'all, so we are gonna climb up to 190
And up
today.
to 922, when you do get a moment, I have an arrival for you.
Okay, we're ready. Nice.
That's 922, you clear to the Columbus Airport, present position direct jackets, and plan the jackets to arrival.
Okay, we're cleared to Columbus via the jackets. We'll plan for the jackets to arrival for Delta 922.
That's 922, read back right.
All right, so we'll do 10 right. Our star today. We're gonna have to change it.
Alaska 258, read back.
That's 268, yeah, I got you now. Runway 27. Actually, if I Sierra Juliet Kilo 1.
Sierra 221 via Sierra Juliet Kilo 1, Alaska 268.
Alright, so we got a new arrival. We'll be doing the Jackets 2 arrival. So we'll have to get that all entered in here real quick. Or at least get it up so we can take a look at it. We're coming in 10 right. Our approach. So the Jackets 2. Alright, we're above 10,000. We can turn off our lights. So right now I'm just taking a look at our arrival here. I'm also, if we don't have that much time in the air, I'm going to plan for our approach. Alright, so Columbus, we don't have the QNH up yet. I don't think it'll be too different, but let's see what it's giving us in the sim. On arrival, it's giving us departure, it's giving us 3015. 3015. Temperature is 7. A little chilly tonight in Columbus. And then our 10009. Perfect. Okay, so
Alaska 268. Not really sure where you're going there. Just turn, go straight ahead on that taxiway, make a left, and taxi southbound.
268. Yeah, sorry about that there, but just me turn on here so we can make the turn around. Let's go 268. Back on zero.
Hey, Walker 57, unfortunately I'm closing here shortly. Radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for staying on late, Walker. Want to go back to
I mean, if you really want to, I mean, no one stopped you from keeping your code. Alaska 268, the winds are 010 at 8. Runway 27, clear for takeoff, and you can monitor advisories airborne.
close it down to 7, and then monitor advisory 1 to this motel, 0.8. Have a good day. That's got 258.
That's 922, unfortunately, I'm closing here shortly. Radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a good flight.
All right. Thanks for staying on late. That's a 922. Have a great night.
National Aircraft frequency Indy Center is now closed. Northwest Delta Charlie Bravo and all services are now terminated. As of 0445 and 1/2. Have a good morning.
All right. So we won't have any more air traffic control as we come into Columbus, but that's okay. We'll announce, we'll have CTAF. So let me pull up CTAF frequency real quick. And CTAF is going to be 132.7. 132.7. We're going to descend down to 5,000. We're not ready to descend just yet, so we'll chill. Keep everything how it is. Really short flight though today. Just a quick hop. I'll be back in 2 seconds, y'all. 2 seconds. All right, y'all. We'll be starting our descent in just a sec. right, y'all. We are back in the cockpit and it is time for us to descend. So we are going to start our descent into Columbus. All right, lights can come back on real quick. All right, y'all. Yes, yes. right, y'all, so we're descending nicely. Columbus traffic, Delta 922. Excuse me, Columbus traffic, Delta 922. 14 nautical mile final, runway 10 right. Columbus. All right, y'all, we are just about to the point of landing. We're gonna be on the ground here in like 10 minutes tops. All right, let's go flaps one. We'll go localizer mode.
$2,500.
All right, and there's approach mode.
$1,000.
Too low, gear. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
100 above. Minimum. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Set. Retard.
There we go. We are down, ladies and gentlemen. Great landing. A lot of fun. Speed brake can come up. Flaps can come up. APU can come on. PU bleed. These jerks can come down. And we'll exit the runway. And Columbus traffic, Delta 922 is clear of runway 10 right at Alpha 2, Columbus. All right, y'all, let's get taxied over to the gate. Thank y'all for tuning into this flight. I'll see y'all on the next one.